Hi and welcome to this week's chess session brought to you by David Weegenaar from Christchurch, New Zealand, all the way in the deep south. First of all, I have a wee little tactical warm-up exercise, pretty simple, in 5-minute chess. So my opponent is to move black, and so my opponent went rook h7. So that's the rook back to 2 squares from where it is on the H file over there. So rook h7, and what was the wee little tactical fleece I found that sort of interests me. It's easy to see if it's rook h6. So what was the wee tactical thing I saw that was opportunist type of thing? Okay, so that's first. So what I saw is the following. After I saw it already, because I've just gone rook b6 was my move before. So that's a wee clue. So I went rook b6, rook h7, and then I did a surprise move, but once you see the wee tactic, because everything's all set up right for white, once you see the wee tactic, black would have to be very careful. So the tactic is rook h7. I'll make sure the engine's off. Rook h7, and then I play the move e4. And why would I play e4? Because I am threatening rook takes bishop on d6 check, and then bishop f4 check, and then rook takes rook on a2. So rook takes a2. So that is the following, and then I will get on with today's session, but this is just a wee warm-up. There's e4, and probably black can do something about this, but it is pretty hard because this is also a move threat here too. So my opponent went fe4, and as promised I just go rook d6, and upon king d6 capture I play bishop f4, king here, rook a2. Now the game went on for some moves still yet, but the position is one for white. It's actually quite interesting what happened, because I just marched these pawns, meanwhile black was trying to march the a pawn. Now the two games I've got for you today, one is a shorter one than the other, and that is against a Liverpool fan, and it's interesting because I said to him, because he just answered back nice on chess.com, 5-minute chess, his rating is about 2-2-3-8 in both cases, a little bit lower in the next game. So I said to him, I've just seen the Beatles, the Fab Four, the Beatles, and they, in 1964 I think, the Liverpool fans at the football grounds were singing She Loves You. Is that the one? I think it was, I'm not sure. Bad for the brain. Anyway, and so I was able to connect with him on that note. So here we go. This is this game, the first game that we played together. And I am black. Sorry. And this is, of course, the threat of knight e4 is important to make sure I don't fall into it. So I play king h8. very simple threat of queen takes f2 check. And here is where I actually took a wee while to think of a move here, because I was thinking, what do I actually do now? So I played h6, knight d1, so I chomp at the bit with cb5, which, by the way, of course, this is the classic minority attack for white against black's majority queenside pawns on the queen side, of course. So that's a classic minority report, no, a minority attack. So here I go here. This is probably not a good idea if white plays sensibly. And so here is where white drops the ball, the soccer ball in this case. So it plays knight b5, and I don't take on b5. I play rook f2, queen f2. What else? I mean, like, I don't think black would worry about any other moves other than queen f2. If queen b3, for example, then I think that queen g3 will be quite healthy for black. So queen f2. Now the important pin. I found out today that the school of chess, the real school of chess, says, what does they say now? What is it? CPR, yeah. Capture for pin, capture the pin, the pinny piece, protect the pinned piece, or run away from the pinned piece. Okay, knight d6, queen d4. Now I think it's very, very healthy for black, unless I play queen here next move. Then it's knight f7 check, e3, and here's rook f8. Very quickly over this one, knight f5, and here I just drop my rook back, my queen back to the c5 square, and at the same time I'm attacking the rook on f8. So I play queen c5, and this is a very nasty threat of e2 check as well. So white relinquishes my pawn with knight e3, queen e3, and I think it was king h2, and then d4, and rook d8, and queen here. And here's where my opponent bungled and dropped the ball again, went rook f8, and I went queen g2, and that was checkmate. The next game is a little bit longer, but probably a good one to watch. I will try to keep this under 15 minutes. So that is the following game with the same opponent. This is game 2 with the same opponent from possibly Liverpool. This time I am white, of course, and this is Blitz 5-minute play today. Okay, so we've got e3, very simple move to play for white, and no need to get books on openings. e5, so we have a French, as my junior this morning said. He said, why do you want to play the French with white for? Why do you want to play? I got quite confused, but he meant I'm actually playing the French for white here. So it's a defense probably in his eyes, and he's now got a chess book on openings. So I said, oh no good to learn openings, no good. Probably is actually be giving me a hiding in a few more years time, I'd say. Knight f3, d6, So this is putting the squeeze on black, and so black can play knight e5, but I believe I would get a pawn out of the mix after this move. And now where does the knight really properly go? Maybe b6 might be alright, but not really because of knight d7, and then white is a piece up clearly. So knight f5, and then I have just this if I want. And follow up from there is anyone's guess. So my opponent has the squeeze on them, so they play bishop c8, which is quite sensible. Now a few people would play, a few botfiniks out there would play here knight c6, and it's probably really good. But I play bishop f3, and this is knight e7. It's going to get ready for c6. So I thought, what do I do now? I better develop, because if I'm going to show how I actually play, then I better develop. So I play bishop e3. Probably not the best square on the board for the bishop. c6. Now I don't know what I'm doing. a4, f5, a5. So, but black does. Black knows what they're doing, and they know what I'm doing. They know I'm wasting time. Bishop e4, fe4. Now queen b3 with a feeble threat. Now it's like the other one in the last position. So the threat is, if white has their move, is knight e4, and my strong opponent plays queen c7, so I lift this f pawn, which was an f pawn, now it's an e pawn. Okay, so my opponent now goes king h8, and now I've just seen, because I was wondering, what could I have done here? And I now see a move that I could have played that would have been a bit more stronger for a player such as myself to play. Is maybe knight d6. Okay. Obviously the queen cannot take the knight because of knight f7 check, and knight takes queen, and that sort of thing. And if bishop takes knight, then just pawn takes, and then the knight is established. Or I might get away with knight e8 taking the rook. I'm not completely sure without looking at it further, but I must move on here. So here we go, knight g5. Now we're back into the main game. I was sad to have to bring that knight back to f3 and bishop e6. And here I make a wee mistake. Here I should probably play b4 or similar. And then once the rook goes to a f8, then play rook a f1. But I make a mistake here. I go rook a f1, rook f8, rook a f8, bishop e3. And here's where I make the mistake as well. Other than I obviously have to protect that. But if I play this, I think that I've got a reasonable position, even though black could try to get a knight on c4 for themselves. So here I play bishop e3, and then my opponent takes this, of course. I can just about play knight g5, but not quite. b4, queen d8. Here is a mistake. Why not, Mr. David Weegenaar, just bishop c1? These are the squares that, I make a mistake here. I play bishop e1, and I continue to make some mistakes here. Because now the knight can come into the 6th rank, and now I have to be a bit careful. Knight f4. Now make a bungle. I go bishop d2. Huh? Are you giving this chess session? This is what happens in chess, especially in 5 minutes on your cell phone. So this is what happens. Knight f1 check. But I'm happy that I can get out of it. But it's not entirely great. It's in black's favour because black ends up a pawn up. King f2, knight d2. Now I'm going to show the rest of the moves quickly because there's a few mistakes. But the endgame is so important. See that triangulation that black just did there. So now I've got the 97 check, and so we do a pawn swap. But so it's the best thing to do is to swap pawns, not pieces, when you're pawn down also. I think so. If your pawn's down, then it's best to swap pawns, not pieces. Now, if it wasn't check, then I can just take this, and it's probably very equal. What? Knight f6. Now I should lose. I reckon I should lose this. This should be a loss. And that's the end of this session. And I hope you enjoyed this week's session on YouTube chess channel David Weegenaar. Thank you for visiting. All the best with your chess, no matter where it is at this present stage. Bye for now.